In this video, we are going to look at the artwork of Reggie Laurent, and we're going to create some artwork based on what he has made. So when you look at this artwork done by Reggie Laurent, what do you notice about his art? You are going to make some art today based on the art that you just saw done by Reggie Laurent. Our goals for this project are I can experiment with shapes and lines to create art, and I can practice cutting and gluing. Here's another artwork done by Reggie Laurent. And when you look at this, I hope that you notice that he uses a lot of bright colors. He uses shapes and lines in his artwork. And a lot of the artwork that he makes is what we call abstract. Abstract art is art that does not look like objects that you recognize. It often uses lines, shapes, and colors. So when you look at abstract art, a lot of it are things that you don't recognize. So you don't see like a house or flowers or people. It's a lot of just shapes and lines and colors. Today you're going to make your very own abstract art using shapes and lines and colors, similar to what you see here. You're not going to make anything that looks like something from real life. You're not going to be making a flower or a house or a car. You're just going to put a lot of different shapes and lines all over your paper, similar to how Reggie Laurent did in his artwork. So let's get started. You are going to need scissors and glue. You're going to need your white bag and your black piece of paper I sent home, and something to draw with. Crayons, markers, colored pencils, or oil pastels all will work for this. Inside that white bag, you have some different colors of paper that I sent home for you. You're going to need your black piece of paper. You can write your name on it with a pencil on the back, small and in the corner. You can put your teacher code and turn it over. You can grab any of the colors you want. You will use lots of different colors, and you are going to cut and glue different shapes down all over your paper, kind of like what we saw with Reggie Laurent's artwork. So I am taking my paper and I'm cutting different sizes of shapes, and I'm going to arrange them all and then glue them down. So I'm going to cut some triangles. I'm going to use long rectangles, squares. I might even layer, so putting one shape on top of another. You are going to fill your whole paper with all different kinds of shapes: circles, squares, triangles, rectangles. You could even make a made-up shape, like a squiggly line shape. You can use your imagination. So I think that I have enough shapes all around my paper, so I am ready to start gluing. I'm going to open my glue bottle, and remember, when you're gluing, a dot is a lot. You just want to put little dots of glue on the shape and gently glue it down very carefully. So I think that you are ready. Go ahead and pause the video and take out all your supplies and start cutting and gluing your shapes down. Once you have your shapes all glued down, you are ready to add some line details. You can get out whatever drawing material you have at home. Crayons, markers, colored pencils, and even oil pastels if you have them. I'm going to start with marker, and you are going to add lines and maybe even some shapes on top of your colored shapes you glued down. So think of all the different kinds of lines and shapes you can add. Zigzag, wavy, curly, any kind of line. You could add circles or stars. You can add any kind of shape on top of your paper. So you can see I have added lots of different lines and shapes on top of my colored paper shapes. So now I have a white oil pastel and I am going to add some lines onto the black paper. If you do not have an oil pastel, you could try using a white crayon or a white colored pencil might also work. You could try on the back other colors that might show up well on your black piece of paper. Once you have your paper filled up with lots of different lines and shapes, you are finished. You can upload a picture of your artwork to Artsonia to turn it into me, and I can't wait to see what you create.